Bizzy Lizzy muffin mix. We went from sweet, now we're gonna do savory. This is the most versatile mix you can ever use, and savory is probably my favorite way of using it. Very simple process. Again, we need that principle of 2 cups and 3/4. 2 3/4 of a cup of something. So you're gonna add your mix, and one of my favorite things to do is salsas. So I'm gonna put 2 cups, this is a 2-cup measure, 2 cups of salsa. And to that, we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of water with our salsa. And all you need to do is stir. Now, if we don't like texture, remember Bizzy Lizzy's principle is a little different than what your family's used to. So if you don't like all the texture, follow the instructions on the package. The entire mix goes in, let it set for 20 minutes. And then at 20 minutes, you're going to add a 1/4 cup of butter. Now, we like texture, so I don't let it rest. I like that to have that texture. I like my mouth to be excited about what it eats. If you eat food that's dull, you instantly want more food. If you eat food that has life to it, you don't need to eat so much. So to this, I'm gonna add a 1/2 cup of cheese, and I'm going to pour this into my cast iron pan. Now, if you have the grill going outside, don't hesitate to go put this on the grill. Just make sure you don't have the direct heat underneath it. You want it off to the side, 325 degrees or so. And otherwise, in the oven, 350 degrees. And it takes about 30 to 40 minutes. Again, test it just like a normal muffin. You would touch the center of it. You'll know it, really. It's quite easy to tell. But when you touch the center, if it springs back, it's done. If it sinks, it's not. It needs a little bit more time. Cast iron does add a little time to it. I do notice, depending on how big my cast iron pan is, it can take up to 45 minutes, depending on your oven temperature and also on the pan. So that's number 1. Number 2. Going back to that theory that you have 2 cups of something, you need 2 3/4. Just fresh sweet corn is coming into season all over, and you can buy it fresh all year round, or you can also buy the frozen, which works just beautifully. We need to get to 2 3/4 of a cup with the water. So we had 2 cups of corn in the bottom, and we're coming up to 3/4 of a cup, 2 3/4 of a cup with liquid. That goes into our blender. Again, you wouldn't have to do the blender step, but this particular one, I like the blender step. Just a little bit of time to kind of blend that up, to break up the corn a little bit. You take your muffin mix, you pour it in your bowl, you add your 2 3/4 of a cup of something, which is our corn water mixture. Pour that over the top. You're going to stir. A little onion, some fresh chives, some garlic. The imagination is the only thing that limits this mix. You can do anything. I do chicken in this. I'll add a can of chicken with the juice and some cheese, and it makes a perfect hot chicken sandwich. Some cheese. And then just to give it a little bit of that cornmeal-y taste, not necessary, but a good addition, it's just a couple tablespoons, and I'm just gonna pour a little in. You don't need to measure it, just a couple tablespoons of cornmeal, and that just gives you that little bit of cornmeal texture that we're all looking for. And we just stir this up, and this goes in a 9x13 pan. Again, just like the cornbread or the savory salsa bread, somewhere around 30 minutes, may take a few more minutes depending on your pan. This one is usually 20 to 30. If you're gonna use a pan like this, it follows the muffin most of the muffin theories, which is the 20 minutes. Packaging all has different options, and we also have multiple recipes on the website, and they all tell you how long each one takes and how much, what you need to add. So it gives you lots of options. We also have my phone number on every single one of our packages, and if you have trouble, my phone number is just a call away.